think that worked. I
Right,
think I really
hey,
think
what's
I
up,
like
everybody?
this new
Welcome
system.
to the Sage Rock system. We'll be starting
Victor from
momentarily.
11 last week
momentarily,
said
I tell you.
it looked and
All
sounded
right.
good, which
Let's
is
see here.
that's the goal.
Greg,
Technical goal.
I asked Greg
But
to...
there's so many different moving parts that on this environment, I'm always always very
it's double.
suspect of whether or not it's actually functioning. But
going on?
I am going to say,
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
I thought that was me. Oh no, sorry. Just double checking the second, make sure the last week's was up and running in the archives, and it was, and it just kept running. All right. So, anyways, Greg is on his way. It's Rocky's birthday, and I don't know if you know this about him or not, but he roasts coffee, and I asked him to, if I could buy some roasted coffee from him for Rocky's birthday, because she's into coffee, and so he forgot to bring it, and so he had to go back. He had to go back to get it, So at any rate, we'll just double checking, making sure everything is good to go here. All right. Good. Let's see. I use this is the behind the scenes, incidentally, for what it's worth. We could do a session on this sometime if you'd like, but this is the Google Live events area. It's similar to Google Hangouts, but I guess the difference is you can use your own streaming device, and I'm using something called Open Broadcaster software, but it's great. And then the other thing that's cool about it is it shows you live analytics as you're doing your show, which is pretty sweet. So there's not a lot typically on these Wednesday shows, but like my the Tool show on Thursday, it's pretty interesting, and you can literally see live how many people are on, how many playbacks, average view duration, any kind of errors. It's oh my lord. I think I really think I like this new system.
Sage Rock system. We'll be starting momentarily.
11 last week. See, now that's a problem. That's a good, which is okay. That's the goal.
What's going on here?
Greg.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hold on.
It's got to be one of these. There's so many different moving parts on this environment. I'm always always very suspect of whether or not it's actually functioning. There's too many, and I can't figure out where I am. Okay, I'm just gonna go through all my windows. Hold on. Oh no. Sorry. It's not. Just double checking the. It's not that. Second, right? Make sure it's not that. Last week's was up and running. This. That was weird. It wasn't playing. Anyways, there you go. Good. Whew. Okay. Good. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, Todd says, happy birthday to Rocky. Oh, I will pass the message along, man. It's good to see you, Todd. Good to see you. Todd reminds me that you can, feel free to leave your questions or comments in the comment box to the right of the series. Just leave them right in here. And I'm kind of liking this new setup, I think. I got some feedback from somebody from 11 that said, they liked the fact that it is, my background is transparent so that you can kind of see the full screen a little bit easier. So that's good. But I am always willing to look at different things. So, if you don't like this setup or, whatever, please feel free, You're having a bad trip. No, what does that mean? Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's going to clear up in a minute. Sorry about that. I fixed it in the future. There you go. There is a lag. So there's kind of a buffer. And so I do fix it eventually. Anyways, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sage Rock System. Greg will be here soon, I think. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, he was picking up some coffee for Rocky, and that he cooked himself, but he forgot it, and so he had to go home and get it. Or he just didn't want to come to the show. I don't know. What do I know? I just work here. So at any rate, if you have been following along, we and I think this is going to be the final part of this series of reporting that matters. And then at the end of this, I want to talk about what we want to talk about next. So we can definitely do that. But the interesting thing about reporting that matters, when I started this series, I thought we were going to be talking about Google Analytics, Facebook. I'm like, okay, so I got to pull out the most important reports from those tools. And sometimes when I'm teaching, I find often I recommend teaching to anyone, because can I edit this post webinar? Yes, I can. I can indeed. Yes, I will say that. Yes, I totally can. I totally can. Okay, there we go. Okay. But it should be better now, hopefully, right? Let me just say that. It did clear up, right? It did clear up, right? Okay. There you go. So at any rate, because for some reason teaching makes things clearer to you. It's like journaling or diarying. Is that what it's called? What did people that write diaries? Diaries and journals are the same thing, right? Is it diarying? But if you do it right, if you diary, if you journal, you learn things that you didn't learn when you didn't know. Good. Okay, good. So the and the same is true with teaching. I feel like it makes me understand what I'm doing in a deeper level. So I do highly recommend teaching. But the point of that whole little diatribe or monotribe, whatever, is that this class went in a direction that I did not anticipate, really, which is the reporting that matters probably isn't coming from your Google Analytics, your Facebook. I mean, it can. It certainly can, right? So depending on what you're doing. So like an example would be, I am going to blog, right? So my 2015 marketing plan is blogging. I will blog every day, once a day. Okay? You could do that. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy, but it's not undoable, I guess I should say. 500 words a day. You could totally do that. And that is part one of a plan, right? I'm going to do this. But then the question is why? Why am I going to do this? And usually you're going to do something because you want... I would say a lot of times you're doing something because you want more people in your funnel, right? I think a lot of marketing is that. See, I'm learning something already. See? I'm already learning something as I talk this through. Because when you're marketing, what you're saying is, I need more people. I need more people, right? That's what I need. I need to talk to more people. Marketing gets you more people to talk to, right? You certainly can do marketing to people that you already talk to, right? But for most people, when I think of most of you in this group, I think that you... I can't look at myself like that. I mean, there's two of me. It's ridiculous. There, it's better. When I think of most of you in the group, you mostly want new people at the top of your funnel. All right? That's what you come to me for. You're like, I need more people at the top of my funnel. That's what SEO is, right? Search engine optimization. You come up at the top of the search results for a particular key phrase that you think is coming from a person who might buy your product or service. Right? That's what I do. That's my point of existence, is to fill the top of your funnel. I think we all, myself included, come to find soon that that's just the beginning of our problems. That filling the top of the funnel is just the beginning. Selling those people. Yo, Coffee Man. What's up, buddy? So but there you go. Look at how tall you are. Oh, you got some coffee in a coffee container, a little gold happy birthday coffee container. Anyways, we're talking about...
I heard you.
Yeah, we're talking... Oh, you did? Oh. Were you listening on the radio on the way in?
Yeah. I walked down the hall. It's
surprising.
hard to not hear you.
Yeah.
I tried.
I should go back to smoking, quiet myself down.
Were you quieter when you smoked?
Yeah, I couldn't breathe.
Oh, my Lord. I'll bring you a pack of cigarettes tomorrow.
I couldn't breathe.
Get you a cigar. You need a good habit.
Oh, my Lord. So,
Sorry.
No. Anyways, it's good to see you. So that's, for the most part, you are coming to me to fill the top of your funnel, right? And blogging could be one of those things that fills the top of your funnel, right? That you pour the people in. Bloop, 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 bloop. I pour people into my funnel by getting them to my website, right? And then, and the reason I bring this up is because I was, preparing for this session. I'm like, well, I need to start building my marketing plan. We need to build the SageRock 2015 marketing plan. I can't very well have a marketing plan series and not build my own. And so I was walking through this stuff with Greg, and I'm like, okay, Greg, I got these goals, man. And and I wrote these down, and he's like, those are good, okay, I get new system members, right? And he's like, but then I'm like, okay, and then I have these campaigns. Okay, so this is where he really got me, because I said, so hey, I want to have like a campaign a month. And I'm like, okay, I got these campaigns, right? And we're going to give away a camera in November. We're going to adopt a family for Christmas. Not really adopt them. They wouldn't want to live with us. but we can. They have this thing. I don't know. All cities have them where you can give presents to the kids, and we're gonna have a weekly T-shirt giveaway in January, and then we're gonna do maybe a Miami, Florida, get the hell out of Dodge 1-day conference in Miami, and then I'm like, and then I don't know. We need help. We need to come up with these other ideas. It's true to my moniker, at least my wife gives me as idea guy. I have all these ideas. And I'm like, we have these ongoing ones. And Greg was like, yeah, that's fun, man. That sounds good. And she were like, why? Wasn't that what you asked?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm like, well, and secretly in my head I said, well, because they're fun. Look at them, they're fun. We're going to give away cameras, and we're going to adopt a family. But I knew that I couldn't tell him that. That wasn't really the answer. Because they're fun? Okay. Good. And then what? How did it go from there? I kind of forget.
I probably said something along the lines of, what's the point? Who are you gonna do these things to? Why are you gonna do them? How are you gonna get these things done? I probably came back to the why.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
yeah.
So who?
What's this gonna do for our business?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's all that like boring crap that nobody wants to talk about.
That's right. It's not idea guy stuff. But what I will tell you is, what I've learned is that...
Because, I mean, look at that. Column C. You already got like a make, a model, the size of the screen.
Oh, it's a pack. It's a whole pack.
Jesus.
It's a 10-piece bundle.
Okay, look.
It's going to be awesome.
There's either one of two things is going to happen right now.
Be awesome.
You're going to tell me who the hell is getting that, why they're getting it, and how they're getting it, or I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Because...
Yes.
Why not? It's about the same outcome.
That's it.
Unless you can answer those questions.
See, and that's why Greg and I are a really good team. Now, I've run into pessimists in my life, right? And they are not Greg. So pessimists, or they like to call themselves realists. Anybody that calls themselves a realist, I'm pretty sure is usually a pessimist.
I'm a realist.
Are you? You would classify yourself as a realist? Would you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Anyways. Well, I don't.
Okay.
I guess it's semantics, but
fakest.
you don't ever tell me that idea is not going to work. Rocky will tell me that idea is not going to work. I don't believe. I think she's like more of an oracle type. She has a good sense of things, but you never say it like that. And maybe you want to. I don't know. But you never do. You're always like, well, why and how? And idea guy never has those answers. I'm like, I don't know. But you need them. You need those ideas. You need to answer at least the why. I think, right? Because...
Well, I think, yeah, sure.
Because when you asked me why these campaigns, I didn't know the answer to some of them. So like,
you knew the answer to the let's go to Miami one, because you were like, well, it's gonna be cold in Ohio. And Miami's going to be warm, so I thought we could just go to Miami.
Yeah.
And so that you knew that one right off the bat.
And then so new newsletter subscribers, like my thought is, well, that might lead more people to get into our newsletter, which would be sort of at the top of the funnel. Like the very top of the funnel is getting the word out that we have a newsletter, right? Like, hey everybody, in November we have the give a video camera away to a new newsletter subscriber contest. So that's the very top that somebody hears about it. And that could be on the blog, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. I could put a sign out in the front of the building.
Some rando.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that's the very top. But then the second layer is they hear about it and then they sign up, which I have heard. I've read that contests are a good way to entice people to sign up for your newsletter. And what I wanted to test was so for example, I have this thing called the Facebook marketing series where you get an email once a week, and I'm behind.
Really?
I think for some people, yes.
Just some people?
Well, everybody gets it on their own schedule. When they sign up, they get one a week. So some people they're fine, but other people I think are waiting on the next series session. Maybe I'll do that today. But so you can see here, these are I'm using Instapage for landing page testing, which is maybe the next topic. It's a possibility. And these are my conversion rates, right? So this is, I'm feeding people into the top of the page hey, get this free Facebook series. And then I'm getting this, I have all these variations of the landing page, right? I've got, 6 of them, and I've already paused 2 of them. I think I need to pause F. F seems to be tanking. Comparatively, to the others. B isn't great either, but D and E seem to rock. But at any rate, my question is, if I gave people a chance, to win a video camera.
You're shutting stuff off too soon.
Do you feel it's too early to tell?
There's no data.
No data. Yeah, right
Sorry,
on.
I'm just-
No, that's good.
yeah.
Okay, that's a good point. So I shouldn't turn off F. It's too early to tell. There's only 37 people that came in. Good point. Good point. So my question is, can I beat that conversion rate? If I give away a video camera, can I get a higher than 12% conversion rate? Or can I get more people to even look at it? Maybe people will be like, ooh, tell me more. Tell me more about this giveaway. So, but ultimately I would say that it's conversion rate, I think, because I think I can get people to a page pretty easily. I think, I certainly could buy my way to click into a page, through AdWords or anything, Facebook or Twitter. So, I don't think getting people to the page is much of a concern for me as can I beat the conversion rate? Because if I can't beat this conversion rate, this is free, right? If I can't get a higher than 12% conversion rate, I probably shouldn't do that campaign again, I would say. I don't know. Does that sound accurate?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think you might look a little deeper. Conversion rate would be fine in this instance, but you might want to think about a little bit more of who you're getting and why they're signing up.
Okay.
So, for example, you could get me to sign up for just about anything that I don't care about on planet Earth if you promise to give me something.
True that.
And
it's not very targeted.
So,
Potentially.
that depends a lot, right? So how you're getting people there matters.
Yes. And are they qualified?
And their reasoning, and then the end goal of what do you want these people to do? Do you just want them to get an email a week or love you? Because that's weak sauce.
I got daddy issues, so it could be in there.
Hey, man. You're just like an episode of Criminal Minds waiting to happen. Look, but I'm saying, if you want this newsletter, these subscribers to do something else besides just receive a newsletter or not mark you as spam or unsubscribe down the road, then you would need to look into who you're marketing the newsletter to.
Yes. So now I could target that.
And so if it's if for example in this case you're it's people that are interested in Facebook marketing, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So if you're getting it in front of that group, then indeed you could probably increase your conversion rate by offering a contest.
Yes.
You know, but it would have to be to those people, you know?
Yes.
Like if you just shoot it out to everybody on planet Earth,
Right.
a bunch of people are going to be like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Facebook, that's great.
That
Ding.
I have experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did a campaign on Facebook with a picture of a really cute kitten, and I got a lot of likes.
Mm-hmm.
But when I looked at them, it was just people that
Like
liked
kittens?
kittens.
Yeah.
They didn't even read the offer.
Mhm.
They were like, cute kitten. You
Mhm.
know? So it didn't really,
Right.
you know. I also just recently I bought 50 new Twitter followers through a site called Unfollower. I use this tool called Unfollower. It shows me who's unfollowed me, and I can unfollow them back. You know, it's a real hater type of environment. But anyways, for $10 they'll give me, I think, 50 subscribers, and I did that, and they were crap.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I try things.
No, it's just hilarious because this company
Yeah.
that like shows you who unfollows you,
Yeah.
like you buy followers and then a
Well,
month later you can watch them unfollow.
I know. I suppose that's true. They come to Twitter to unfollow people. So yeah, you know, this is why I
That's
need
awesome.
Greg, because
No,
you
I
know,
fully support that.
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah. So they weren't great, but at any rate, that so it is valuable, I think, to have these kinds of conversations, like, you know, will giving away a video camera, I mean, anybody wants a video camera.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Sure. But you're probably not, you won't even show up to my events. Like, I'm having a live event tomorrow. I'm like, were you coming? You're like, no. I'm like, it's at 9 o'clock. You're going to be here.
Yeah.
Like, no.
No.
I'm not coming.
You have events every day.
Oh, yeah.
I
like
got work to
events.
do.
Oh, yeah, see, but you will sign up for my newsletter.
Oh, I might want a camera.
Yeah. Right. So,
And I am in a unique position.
what's that?
Well, my unique position is that, like, I don't even have to read your newsletters.
Yeah.
I figure if I win the camera, you'll just yell over there and tell me,
You
hey,
won."
Greg, you won the camera. And I'll be like,
That's true.
great,
I
unsubscribe.
know, now I can unsubscribe, finally.
Just kidding.
That's true. So, I don't know. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you feel that's a good campaign?
It's fine. I feel that it
Needs flushed out.
needs flushed out, like
Okay.
end game targeting,
Yes.
you know, that kind of
Okay,
stuff.
good.
I also think that there's a unique opportunity if you give something like that away
Yeah.
to use that as potential marketing as well.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like you're giving it to a person or a company or
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah.
and like having them mention you or thank you or do something like that in like a public sort of way can be like a nice testimonial. It could be a good link. It can be, you know, a variety
That's
of
nice.
different things to boost you from the other side.
So maybe I don't even actually randomly give it away. I don't know.
Nah, well,
I don't want to go to jail. Can I go
Oh.
to jail for,
I don't want you to-
contest fraud?
I don't want you to go to jail, but I'm saying if other people might take something away from
Yeah,
that,
you know, maybe they could randomly win.
hey. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's true. Okay, right. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna go to jail someday. I can't do this show from jail. There's no internet. I know. I have friends in jail.
Stop unveiling my plan.
I know. To get me so in jail. Okay, so then I have a charity, and I thought, you know, this charity idea. It was actually Rocky's idea for our personal family, but I'm like, oh, I could steal that for Sage Rock. And I thought that could just be a straight PR play. Just be like, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're buying them. This is what we're going to do, you know, make it a whole video.
Sage Rock exploits a homeless family
Yes,
for Christmas.
That'll be the title. That's good. Yeah, nice. See, that's why I like you. That's a good title. Do you think that's a good idea? I won't say it like that. I'll
Well,
say,
of
like,
course
we're
you
trying-
won't say it like that,
We're
but
trying to help the needy in Akron. We adopted a family, and we just happened to videotape the whole series. I mean, they still get the presents. It's not like I bait and switch them. And like on Christmas Day, I'm like the Grinch. I dress up as the Grinch and steal back all the presents and watch him cry. I mean, that would also be very viral.
I don't
Should we
think...
do that part? That could be phase 2. In January, Sage comes and steals it back. Gives it to his own kid.
So I'm all for helping the needy.
Okay.
I don't know if it sounds like... all right, we're small enough that it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
But then that leads me to wondering, like, should it be... Are you doing it just for a PR?
It's
move?
double. It's 2.
It's a BOGO.
Look, yes. I'm a liberal. I'm a bleeding heart. I like to help people, but I'm also a marketer, and if I can put those 2 together, I mean, I think that people that do charity and don't let other people know that they're doing charity,
Are charitable?
no, they have their own ego. I mean, they're
yeah?
egotistical in their own way. Like, what I
How?
do is so important, I can't even tell people about it, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Look, I think that you can do well by doing good, I think. And, somebody that invents I have this thing, like it's like a straw that it's a filter straw. It's a big straw, and they give them to kids or families in
does it
Africa.
work?
It's like a big straw. I have it over there. I could show it to you. But you can drink right out of like polluted water.
How do you do it?
Like this. You get your straw. It's on a string. Look. Do you think this is funny? Yes, apparently. Listen, it's a straw. You're gonna make fun of like poor African children drinking out of a straw. Is that what you're gonna do?
I don't
You're gonna
know.
turn it into a meme?
I might. Show
Okay,
me how
no,
it works again.
I'm done. I'm done with the showing and telling. So, but, it saves lives because it gives fresh water, but of course they're going to market the hell out of it. They're going to be like, man, because, they need to make money so they can help more people. Anyways, I don't know. What do you think? Charity, no charity?
I'm for charity.
Okay, right.
I just
You would go back to
like
why?
as a person.
Yes.
I mean, like, I contribute to charities.
Sure.
When the spirit moves me or whatever.
Yeah, all
But
right.
like, so I mean, I get it. But then I also, like, I'm a little conflicted on the business side.
Yeah.
Like, not
I think
that
it could spin wrong.
yeah,
It could go sideways.
Right, it could go sideways.
Yeah.
And so then it comes back to why. Is it just a charitable act?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to build business off of it?
Right.
And,
Right.
So
tricky.
so it's weird. I got like those 2 parts in my head where I'm just like, well, we're a business. If we're doing businessy things, then business should business and business.
Yeah.
You
True.
know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
I
at the
understand.
same time, I also don't want to be like, we're a business. Screw you, homeless people, and kick
Yeah,
them to
no
the
money for
curb.
you.
know, so
All right.
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Right. I thought we could make
Real
funny
helpful.
t-shirts.
I'm real
yeah.
helpful.
No, I mean you're really helpful actually. I mean it makes me like so what like my first draft is I come up with ideas and then we talk about it.
Well, I mean,
and
if
help you
anybody
make-
here has any thoughts,
Yeah,
I'd
true. I
like to
mean,
hear
yeah,
that.
would you do a charity and like promote it? Oh well, like last year, remember that airport in Canada? They had the Santa Claus, and then the people got on the airplane, and the people ran out to all the stores and got all the presents, and that was awesome.
That was really cool.
But what's funny is they gave presents to people that didn't need them, which
Well-
made it kind of okay.
Well, I think the thing was they were not discriminatory about it.
Yeah.
They weren't doing it like this is an act of charity. Like here's all we handpicked a bunch of needy people, shoved them on a plane, and then we got them Christmas
And
presents.
exploited
You know
them
why?
through
Because
our
they're
video.
poor.
But why can you exploit regular people
it was-
and not exploit poor people?
It was just
People that could actually use a present.
it was indiscriminatorily being nice to
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
It was just
Which-
we're going to be nice to people across
Yeah.
the board.
I just
We're
think
gonna
it's.
do it in a
I
fun
totally
way.
get like why that seems like okay, whereas
Yeah,
like.
it's.
But I find it ironic
I don't
that
know.
like we can't give to poor people because that would seem
You know, I
vulgar.
sound like a 14-year-old Tumblr chick right now. That's what I feel like. I'm just like, how can I be more PC? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. But you're right. I mean, if you're going to do something.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should sponsor some bum fights.
Now that is fine. Yes. Yeah. We could get them.
They haven't had a new bum fight in a long time.
We could open up a. What is that? What do they call that? MAM or the multi? Like it's UFC stuff. What do they call that? The multi where they punch with their feet and
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah. MMA. We could open up an MMA thing down in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Give scholarships to homeless people and then tape it. There you go, and that would be legal. So see,
I don't know how that's going to help our business.
See, there he goes again.
But
there he goes again. Yeah, it's an idea.
Fun time for a Friday night.
That's true. Weekly T-shirt giveaway. You could have like clever marketing sayings and put them out. Make them on Zazzle. Okay, so at any rate, I think I'm kind of all right. I don't know that we're going to finalize our marketing plan today here.
Yeah.
You know. But let me ask you this. Do you like the idea of having a campaign a month? Gives you something to talk about.
I like having the idea of multiple campaigns laid out. And like a monthly thing is cool, kind of keeps you on a timeline.
Yeah.
At the same time, like I'm like, okay, well, if in November you're just like, I want new newsletter subscribers.
Right.
Don't you want that also in like March?
Well, yeah, but I can't give away. Well, maybe if the video camera giveaway is great, maybe
Sure.
I change the whole plan. I mean, like every month is video camera giveaway.
Well, so one of the things I was thinking about with this is that you had, you're doing this. Well, you were doing this Facebook marketing email series.
Yeah. I do it.
Yeah, and so that was cool. But then you also had like this MailChimp class at Udemy.
Yep.
And
over 400 subscribers to that.
And so that's awesome.
Totally free to get
And
those.
so it's one of those things where I'm like, well, you've got these like kind of ongoing series things.
Yeah.
You know, like should one newsletter campaign push to one and then another push to another? Should they feed off of each other? And so I tend to think of it like, like, okay, so you got 400 subscribers over there.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Those are like free people.
Yeah.
How do you monetize that?
Yeah.
Like, can you push people from your Facebook newsletter into that class or a different Udemy class?
Yeah. Or can I get the Udemy people to sign up for my newsletter?
Right.
Which would get them deeper into my
right. And
so
I tend to think of like campaigns as things like that, where it's got like this almost like an ulterior motive. Like everything you do has to have some sinister marketing motive to it.
Yeah, it does. Everything does.
Because that's how you eat.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
And so it's like, okay, I tend to look at it more like what is this going to lead me into next? How is one thing going to feed another thing?
Yes.
And I look at it more like that over and above like, how can I get them to do this?
Yes.
I look at it as like the how is kind of like, we've got bags of tricks.
Sure.
I mean, you might have just go over to Amazon. If you really want to like give something away,
yeah,
it's endless.
Yeah.
Right? What you can give away.
For sure.
How you entice them. But what is this going to do for me? Like, how is this going to take people from one level to a different level?
Yes.
How are you going to take people from the wide end of the funnel and get them into the narrow end?
Yes.
And that's how I think campaigns should kind of work.
Yes.
And so making them one at a time, like every month is a different campaign, is cool, but it's also like limiting if like say every month you have a new campaign, but all that campaign does is work at the top end of the funnel,
and then you neglect the
and
bottom
then
end.
next month you're a different campaign at the top
Yeah.
end, and then you're never taking anybody from here down to the bottom.
Yeah. So that's awesome. So like if you look at these goals, for example, this is kind of like our inverted funnel, sort of. Well, not really. No, it's not even inverted. But like, you know, so like this one, 60 new email subscribers a month. That's the top of the funnel, right? Then maybe I get 10 new people into the email marketing series or the Facebook marketing series. But then, like, the question is, and then I'm testing another thing. I'm doing, like, I'm working with Google to set up free AdWords campaigns. They set them up for us. I just need to get them the people. And that seems to be going well. And I kind of like that one because it requires me to talk to those people. Like, what I'm noticing is the Facebook marketing series, it doesn't lead me to talk to them, really. Like, what am I going to say? Hey, how's your Facebook? I guess I could say that. I guess I could call them up and be like, hey, how's your Facebook marketing going? I suppose that's legit. But with the, get $125 free of Google AdWords money, I have to talk to them because I have to know what they want, what their goals are, and that sort of thing, which helps build the relationship, which could lead me to like, hey, why don't you become a SageRock system member?
So I would think like one thing, like, your Facebook marketing series. How many are you into it now?
I have like 5 emails so far.
Okay. Have you started dripping in anything else?
In my signature, like I'll offer something else.
Not your signature. Not like a direct offer.
Okay.
See, like, I don't mean like, hey, go do this.
Yeah.
I mean like, so I would think about it like this. Like if I was doing it,
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, the Facebook marketing series is going to be a dozen emails.
Yeah.
Like, a dozen things in this series.
Yeah.
The first one's like the hello and let's get started.
Yes.
The second one is boom, we're into this.
Yes.
The third one is boom, we're into this. I've been thinking about something else.
Yeah.
Like, it's you're into it, but you're like, you mentioned that, like maybe, Twitter is the next thing.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one is like, yeah, we're into this. I've started working on the Twitter thing. The fifth one is we're into this. The Twitter thing's coming along great.
Just
that's going to be
talking
coming.
about it.
And so you're just talking about it
that's so
to where you
brilliant.
get to the end and you're still like helping the people with their Facebook marketing.
Yeah.
But you've kind of like wrapped up that round.
Yeah.
And you're like, look what I just got. And
Here's
it's like, here's the Twitter thing. And you push them into like, a $5 Udemy course or something like that.
Oh.
And so it's like
yeah.
everything that you do will have like, it's not just like, here's your information plug.
Yes.
It's marketing. It's subtle. It takes time. You're taking people
like a
from
movie trailer.
right, from one end of the funnel to the next.
Yes.
In what you're doing.
Yes. And you're just building up. There's a guy that has a course on product launching, and that's all it is. Like, he touches, like, he tells you to touch all these different emotional points, like, why you would want to, and you tell stories,
Yep.
and then it launches
Right.
at the end, and it usually hits pretty big.
Yeah. So that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
really good.
Stuff like that as
Yeah.
part of your campaign.
Yes.
Because you've got a bunch of what's here.
Yes.
You've got a bunch of good goals, but I don't
Yes.
see what they're going to do for you.
Right.
And
And so, how would you like craft that? So let's say these are our goals. Would you make another column that says, what the goal is? Or
sure, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like, me personally,
Yeah.
I feel like a spreadsheet is kind of limiting for this sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
that, like, if you were to, like, I know you're not going to do this, but, like, if you were going to legit, like, work out, like, this sort of, like, marketing plan,
yeah,
then I would think it's more like a big document where it's just like you talk about, like, in the course of this year,
Yeah.
right? You talk about, like, okay, well, we came up with these goals,
Yeah.
right? But you're like, well, why do we have these goals? Who's our target audience? What's the end game? Because these goals are just they're like end game goals for tactics,
Yes.
but they're not like strategic goals for the company.
Do you remember those things that you just asked? Who's the target audience?
Yeah, who's the target audience? What are the different channels that are going to be used, you know, to acquire new business? What are the budgetary numbers to the best of your ideas, you know, that you would need to get these numbers? You know, like, why these numbers? Why not 14 times what you wrote down there? You know?
Yes.
And so just really kind of exploring it, like, you know, just kind of writing out the who, what, why, when, where, and how
Yes.
of this thing, and the overall goals, which aren't, you know, what are the overall goals? Is it just so that at the end of the year you can be like, hey, I got 1,000 new people on my newsletter,
Yeah.
you know? Or is it like, you know, we've got, you know, 10 new steady customers, you know, at such and such a price level,
Yes.
you know? And then if you kind of like build all of that out and you just flush all that out, but you don't
Yeah.
get into the specifics, like you don't talk about these individual campaigns,
Yeah.
then every campaign that you decide to run, you kind of lay it up against this list and it builds itself, you know?
Yes.
So you can be like, hey, I had this campaign idea of like having a conference in Miami in the middle of winter, right? And then you're just like, oh, why am I doing that? And then you just look at the marketing plan and you're like, well, I'm doing it because my end goal is I need this many new, you know, I need new system members,
Yeah.
and I need new, like, Sage Rock clients,
Yeah.
you know, production clients,
Right.
and so that's what I need to get out of this. And
Yeah.
you're like, well, how do I do it? Well, I got this budget for the year. You know, I can't blow it all just on one day in Miami,
Right.
you know, unless I'm going to hit all my goals.
Yeah.
So then it's like, well, who's the audience for this? Because the audience for my thing in Miami, probably different than the people who I was thinking about enticing with a video camera to my newsletter.
Yes.
You know, and so you just kind of take your idea and you throw it up against these things.
Yes.
And it just kind of like, you're like, okay, well, I need to do this. This sounds like it could be the people for this.
Yes.
Here's how much money I can spend on this.
Yes.
You know, and here's what I want to get out of it.
Yes.
And then when you're done, you're like, well, was that successful or not successful? How could we have done that better?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And then that builds into the next campaign that you do.
Yes.
Or it changes your marketing plan from there.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I love it. So, okay, I think that's right. So that makes perfect sense. That you need, before you're writing any campaigns, which is what, you know, it seems like
The campaigns are the fun part.
Yeah.
This is like the tedious term paper that nobody wants to write.
Yeah.
But without it, you can literally sit here all the time
Yeah, which is what I love to do.
and come up with ideas.
Sure.
And just be like, I'm going to make this happen. And,
Yeah.
and that's fine, and you will make it happen.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Sure. Sure.
And that's totally the fun part. I 100% get that.
Yeah.
But unless you have something like a blueprint for
Yes.
it, you know, you're basically building, I don't know, it's cliche, but you're basically building like a house of cards
Yes.
from scratch.
Yes.
And you're like, is that going to stand when the wind blows?
Yeah.
And then it does or it doesn't, and you're like, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Or, crap, that was a waste of time.
Right.
You know?
And when you ask these questions, it kind of makes you wonder, well, you know, maybe I have enough people in my funnel already. Because I think a lot of times that's also the fun part.
For
is
sure.
like, Well, the problem is I need to talk to more people.
Right.
People I don't know.
Right.
But if you've been in business long enough, maybe you already know enough people.
Yep. It's entirely possible. Or, maybe you find that you have a decent sized list,
Yeah.
or enough people or whatever, but you've been talking to them in the wrong way about the wrong things.
Like, what does that mean?
Well, like, let's just say you've got a list of 5,000 people or something. That's a good size list for most small businesses, right?
Yeah.
But let's say you email them once a week.
Right.
And you're constantly pushing the same message.
Yeah.
And you're like, because your list is so big, you get some response,
Yeah.
with whatever you're pushing. But if you're just pushing, if you just start with a campaign, right? And you don't know who you're targeting, why you're targeting them, how you're going to do it, then you're just I'm going to shoot my idea that I came up with this morning out to my list.
Yes.
And, that list might have been because they're people that you've worked with. They are people that you've done consulting with. They're people that have signed up for Facebook marketing or PPC. But those things aren't necessarily the same audiences for who you would want to talk to in Miami.
Yes.
And so if you're just I'm going to Miami, I want to talk to you in Miami, and you shout that out to that group, I mean, what if they're all local people?
Yeah.
Are they going to be I don't want to go to Miami. I'm 5 minutes away from you in Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk to you there, And so then you could be I'm in Miami by myself.
That's right.
And then that would have been then you might come away with some false conclusions.
That didn't work.
That didn't work. I'm not going to Miami again. That was stupid.
Yeah.
But like you were saying yesterday, you actually kind of sort of know some people in Florida.
Yeah.
And what if it's about more of a collaboration issue, or is there a specific target that works in Miami? Is it everybody that's in cold states goes to a warm state, or is this just an escape for you?
Yeah.
And all of those things factor into who you want to talk to about this.
Yes.
And so working your contacts in the proper way is probably, exactly what you said. It's just as important, if not more important, than trying to find new ones.
Yeah. Because last week when we were looking at our marketing plan, you were asking, you're like, well, who uses the system?
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a pretty clear picture.
Yes, it is.
I think.
Yeah, and so that's good to know. Oh, what? Who are you calling?
Well, there's a guy that should be in the Sage Rock system right now. That's Jeff.
He probably couldn't get in. So it is a pretty clear picture. So a lot of times it can be helpful to look at what you've currently sold to people and be okay, well, who bought what I've been selling?
Yeah.
And you look at that, and then you can paint a picture of your customers.
Yeah.
And then you look at your customers and you're like, okay, I need more people like that.
Yeah.
And then that's a lot different than just being come on in, everybody, and then trying to filter that out, because if you start with that target group in mind, then you can talk to them in a way that entices them.
And you can find them. You can be well, where do I find those people?
Right. And you work on that, and that's a different question than how do I find people?
And so we had this idea. In our case, we said, all right, so people, a certain group of people that are very consistent in the Sage Rock system are established businesses that have already spent money online.
Mm-hmm.
They're engaged in online marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had two ideas. One idea was to start looking at portfolios of web developers,
Mm-hmm.
that don't even really do SEO.
Right. Because people will have,
They
people
spend
have
money.
spent a significant portion of money to build their website.
Yeah.
Those people are invested at least that much.
Yeah.
And they're established businesses.
Yeah.
And those people are going to need to market their business.
Yeah.
And
so instead of a shotgun approach, like
Right.
we're just like, blah,
Mm-hmm.
it's more of a bullet approach, like
Mhm.
you.
Yep.
And those could potentially be, and so what we're trying to do is gather those people using like a guy on Odesk. So like we're using a guy, well, it's not finalized, but
Mhm.
we're taking a guy from India who's going to go through and find all their contact information. They're going to find, their web address, their mailing address, their Facebook, their Twitter. He's going to compile that,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe we do a direct mail.
Yep.
And
And
then-
so, yeah, it's like from then you're working on like, okay, now I have a target list. And what do I do with this target list?
Yeah.
And I mean, the shotgun approach seems good because you just walk out and it's just like pow, 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 and you hit a bunch,
Yeah.
but like anybody who's ever played like a video game, like a I don't know what, Battlefield, Call of Duty, that kind
Yeah.
of stuff,
Yeah.
know that if you're playing like a sniper round,
Yeah.
you can hit a bunch of people with with a scope.
Yeah, you can quick scope.
and-
My kid can quick scope
yeah,
people
and
crazy.
do it really fast.
Yeah.
And you're hitting like your target. So if you build out
One shot, one kill.
Yep, you do your target list like that,
Wow, I think I saw a new blog post.
and it's just like it can happen way faster than you think,
Yeah.
And so but I think you have a much better chance at a success rate.
Yeah. And so you could invite those people
Sure.
to these things.
Yep.
But actually, then maybe the free camera giveaway seems cheesy to those people. They might be more interested in the MailChimp course or the Facebook series.
Yeah, don't know.
Because then they're kind of interested.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it all came from understanding who your target audience is,
Mhm.
I think.
Yep. And so, in that case, like you might want to, if you want to do a giveaway, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, maybe your giveaway should be tailored towards what you're trying to get people to do. So for example, if you've come up with a target list of whoever,
Yeah.
and your goal is to get them to sign up for a YouTube marketing class, maybe a video camera sounds like a great idea because it goes in tandem with that.
Yeah.
Maybe like an iPad or a Galaxy Note or something
Yeah.
like that would be more appealing to someone who is doing like a Twitter or a Pinterest thing, like something visual. Like it just kind of like works in tandem. So
Yeah.
you could kind of maybe tailor ideas towards your target audiences
Yeah.
for what you're trying to get them to do.
Yeah. Right on, man.
I mean, or you could go, you could just give away a toaster,
Right.
feeling that eventually everybody likes a piece of toast.
Who doesn't like toast?
Well, everybody likes toast. It's human
Isn't
nature.
that interesting? Like banks, they're like, that's the proverbial giveaway, the toaster.
Right.
But that was probably a targeted good giveaway, right?
I don't know.
I mean, because like maybe they figure the woman of the house makes these decisions,
it's possible.
and she is sick of the dirty old ugly toaster that she already has.
It's possible.
So it's a nice targeted thing.
Banks just give away money now.
Do they?
Yeah, like sign up for a new account and give us direct deposit and keep your money in the bank for 3 months and we'll give you like $100. You don't see
Yeah.
that kind of stuff? You don't look at the mail.
No, I don't like the mail. They never give existing customers anything.
No. They don't. Nobody gives existing customers.
Yeah. We're under attack over here,
know
I
what is
think.
going
I don't know. I think they're tearing down a sink or something. I don't know. Anyways, so I think that's the deal. What I think we should wrap up on this particular
Mirrors are shaking,
that
dude.
mirror is going to go. That's going to be 50 years bad luck right there.
That's-
That's a big mirror. Anyways,
gonna hurt.
if you would like help with your marketing plan, we can do it in the office hours, and we could also do it as a service. If you would like us to work with you to craft your 2015 marketing plan, where we work, obviously we don't just in a bubble do it, we will write it out, we'll work with you, develop it, write it out, put up the goals.
I think that'd be tediously fun.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. Well, I think like you have a really good strategic mind. Like you can move through this stuff, and not everybody has that. Not everybody has the ability to think through these things like that.
I think most people do. But
Do ya?
I appreciate your sentiment, but
I don't
like
think I do.
you do.
I mean, I can learn it.
Oh, you do. You
Yeah.
just maybe don't want
Want
to
to.
a lot of times.
True.
And also I think it's really easy, like when you're in your own business and you've been doing stuff for your X amount of time,
Yeah.
you get into like certain habits.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, I did something like that and that worked. I'll try that.
Yeah.
But so sometimes it really just kind of helps to like have someone outside of that layer.
Yeah.
Like kind of taking a look and, asking questions that maybe you don't ask yourself.
Yeah.
And then making sure you get the answers.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. Like if you ask yourself a hard question about your business,
Yeah.
and you don't immediately know the answer off the top of your head,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'm going to say you're just going to let that slide.
That's what I do.
You're going to move on to the next one that you do know the answer
That you do
to.
know the answer to.
And finding out those answers can be very important. for
Very
your
important.
Business,
Yeah.
So
All right, I love it. Okay, hey, you rock, dude.
do you, dude.
I'm down with office hours if you guys are. If you want to do office hours, please put it in the little comment box. We can turn on Uber Conference and talk.
Refresh that.
Oh, maybe I'll refresh, yeah. I'm going to go get a fresh cup of tea and look at like the attack. See there? Look at there. Todd says, good points, Greg.
Hey.
Yeah, you're a rock.
Thanks, Todd.
I will tell you the last thing. I will say that I still can't believe I've been doing Sage Rock for 15 years, but I have. And I believe that power to the people, baby. And I thought you were going to punch me in the face. Like, you stupid idiot. What are you doing with your life? I'm like, right,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Thank you. So at any rate, but what I do know is that you do not have all the parts necessary to be successful in one human being. Like, it's impossible.
Very true.
And you don't need to hire somebody necessarily. You just need to have someone around you that completes you. And that's what Greg does for me at Sage Rock. So there you go.
Oh my God.
I know. That was very gay.
That was very
But
good.
that's all right. I'm cool with that.
That was great.
Yeah, if you want to, I got to get more tea and I got to see why we're being attacked across the hall. I will be back. I'm going to mute myself for 1 minute. All right, I'm back. Okay, I'd like to discuss, but on a deadline with a client. Oh, okay. So you're, does that mean you're gonna, let me just hold on one second. Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, we are actually on a green screen. Hold on one second. Let's see. Okay, good. Good. I have acknowledged your email. Okay. So at any rate, okay, I think looks to me like everybody's off. I think I'm gonna. It looks like, yeah, meant real busy today. Ah, got it. Okay, got it. Okay, can do it another time. Okay, I'm gonna drop off, everybody. We will have office hours in another time. Unless others want to talk. Okay. All right, everybody. Sounds good. We will meet next week. Okay. All right. I love it. Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye.